So I live in Arizona, and there used to be this mall called Fiesta Mall. So Fiesta Mall was like my childhood mall, and so there was so much memories. There were so much things that that happened at the mall, and going to the stores at that mall was amazing. And when I got older, maybe like middle school or maybe like later elementary, they closed down. And honestly, whenever and years after that they closed down, they still kept the building, but the building was abandoned. And after the building was abandoned, they probably a few years ago they demolished the whole building. And it's sad because sometimes when I look at it, it hurts. It sometimes fucking hurts knowing that was my childhood mall. And sometimes I would tell my mom, like, how sometimes whenever I think about that mall, it makes me want to cry because honestly, again, it's a childhood mall. And I'm sure there are malls when you guys were kids that probably got demolished today. Um, because a lot of malls especially in the US are, they close down or they're abandoned or they're just not doing well. And honestly, I feel like, that will always be, something I will miss. And I know there are people that will miss their favorite childhood stores, malls, whatever. And honestly, it's not just the malls. There were like certain stores, like for example, Kmart. Okay, like I grew up with Kmart. And the only time I'll go to a Kmart is when I'm in Australia because they still have Kmarts and they are still allowed. I mean, they're still around. I remember like there was also another store called Fry's Electronics, and that store was like, that store, I don't know when that store was open, but I've been to that store and I know that store has been around since like back in the day. And, especially Circuit City, another electronics store. And, there were some really like amazing stores, like especially in the early 2000s. But like, since online shopping is big and nobody really wants to go out, and that's basically kind of like, I think, in my opinion, that's why the stores closed down because people are just too fucking lazy to go to the stores. And, online stores are, doing a lot better than like, actual stores. And also like Sears too. You guys remember Sears? Because I remember Sears. And yeah.